So say what you will, that's fairly impressive movement on the part of the robot. It's not exactly perfect, natural body movements, but the point is to show that this isn't just walking, talking like this. It can actually move. It has a large range of movements. And also, to be clear, no one's suggesting that they actually make a Vocaloid out of this. This is just a proof of concept of the robot itself. So, pretty impressive, technically at least.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. I want one.
Me too.
Let's move on to some rankings. The Japanese animation Blu-ray disc rankings came out. And
Yay.
yeah, the number one anime and number one release on Blu-ray in Japan the past week was actually Beauty and the Beast. So, not anime, sorry, but it is animation. The biggest anime in the Blu-ray disc rankings was Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, which everyone seems to love, which was released back in September 30th. So it's been going on for a while by Geneon Entertainment. So that's still up there. Followed by Evangelion 2.22 You Can Not Advance, which everyone buys. I don't know if they like it. Then Setsukai Yaku Indoma Volume 5, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn Volume 1, which, to be clear, that came out March 12th. What? Wow. So it's been on the top 20 lists for 6 months. Okay. Then K-On! Season 2, Volume 3. And a One Piece Film Strong World, which continues to be on there. So, a lot of Blu-ray stuff out there. And then finally, I thought we'd look at some some of Japan's animation TV ranking to get a feel for what's popular out there right now. And as usual, the big new series of the season aren't really making a dent. The most popular are Sazai-san, Chibi Muroko-chan, One Piece, Dragon Ball Kai, Detective Conan, Heartcatch Precure, Pokemon, Tamagotchi, Naruto Shippuden, Battle Spirits Brave, and Beyblade. So, sorry folks, your big new anime of the season aren't as popular as Pokemon. And their weird stores. So that's about actually it for the news this week. Is there anything else going on that we should know about, we should talk about, folks?
There's no weird Pokemon merchandise.
I find that surprising.
The weirdest piece of Pokemon merchandise is a Magikarp-themed takoyaki thing.
Oh, okay.
And, it makes takoyaki look like Magikarp, which is boring.
That's not very weird.
Hello Kitty vibrator. Nothing weird about Pokemon. That's not right.
That is shocking. There's got to be something really bizarre out there. So maybe the chat room will find something for us. But strange.
Well, there was stuff that wasn't weird. It just looked weird, like the Pokemon cupcakes they were selling
Okay.
you could packaged ones
Okay.
in shops that just looked. I nearly swore then. Freaky.
Okay.
Honestly, they looked really scary. I'll try and find them again.
Yes,
and
please
just
do.
give you the link because they are weird looking.
And I'm sure there's tons and tons of bad Pokemon merchandise. Just stuff that's cheaply manufactured.
There they are. Found them. Now
For those,
I shall post them onto the chat room so they can all be like, oh my god. There you go.
I'm gonna
The Pokemon cupcakes.
let me see if I can pull up an image of the item that I mentioned previously. There it is. Is that a reasonably high-res image? We will try that one.
Are you talking about the Hello Kitty thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. It doesn't look standard issue.
No. Apparently, it is that is actual merchandise. You can actually, it is something. Well, it is a back massager, so they say. Which none of us
No back
actually believe.
massager is shaped that way.
And that isn't popping up, so we will try that one. See if we can pull up this image. That isn't going to pull up either. Unfortunately, most of the sites that link images to this are cheesy sites that don't actually let you link to the image itself. There we go. See if we can pull this off. So for those curious, the cupcakes in question are, if I can pull up the thing, here are the cupcakes, which do look pretty terrible. That's just terrible. I mean, none of those really look remotely like Pokemon.
The Pikachu one is the scariest looking one.
Yeah, eyes are way too big.
The Jigglypuff one, granted, is actually quite good.
That's not bad.
But the rest of them, especially the Pikachu one, are actually, nightmare material.
Yeah, that's just pure nightmare fuel. And here's the back massager.
The other commodity.
Yes, the
totally
right, the totally normal back massager. So yes, very strange. I don't understand that, but that's.
I always love things that have where it says on and off rather than a button, because it always reminds me of, this is a tangent by the way.
Okay.
Of Everybody Loves Raymond. It has 3 settings: high, low, off. I don't know why, but it's entertaining to me.
Fair enough.
Because most people know what an on and off switch is nowadays. You don't need to label it for them.
Yes, it's fairly clear. One or the other is plenty.
I have a friend actually that's obsessed with Hello Kitty, so I'm tempted to buy this just to send him it and take the mick, just to see his reaction.
I would do that. I would totally do that, and wrap it up all nice.
Make sure it's a Christmas present that he opens in front of his parents.
Exactly.
Oh man, that would be so worth it.
It would.
He would kill me, but it would be worth it.
It would. I would love to see that. Yeah, make sure you film it. That's very important.
Oh yes. Yeah. I will aim to buy this.
All right, so that's it for the news for this week. So we're going to move on to the video, the anime of the week, which I seem to have locked up on. There we go. So that's it for the news. Thanks again, Matt, for joining us for the news. Can you tell us any more about what's going on with your podcast?
Well, the 3rd episode of Life and Times of Anime has been recorded, and I've been editing it today. The only reason it isn't finished, it would have been finished by now, if not for the fact that I didn't have the break song. The song that goes in the middle of the break.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know why I had to explain that. I must think everyone in the world is really, really stupid. Anyway, tangent. So yeah, as soon as this is over, I'm going to edit that, and it will be released tomorrow. It will, if it's not released early tomorrow, it will be before midnight England time.
Fair enough.
And we review, neither of them are new anime series. They are both OVAs. One of them's a professional, short film that was made from an OVA. The other one is an OVA.
And
so if any of you want to watch them beforehand, it is Kaware Kake no Orgel, which is a half-broken music box, which is awesome, by the way. Brent, you should watch it and review it. It is awesome.
Okay.
And the other one is something. It's called Children of the Light, but it has a Japanese name.
Okay.
And it's really good, very cutesy. Both of them are very slice of life, except Half Broken Music Box is slice of life with robots. I really want that. Other than that, the only bit of news would be that I'm going down to London, as I said, and I'm going to be handing out leaflets.
Cool.
For the Life and Times of Anime. But if any of you are somehow miraculously in London for the MCM Expo, look for the guy with the placard that says Life and Times of Anime on it.
And the 2 hats.
And the 2 hats. I will wear 2 hats because it's the law. It's the law in England. When you go to a social function, 2 hats are
exactly.
needed.
Because you see, when you have to doff your hat and take off your hat and be polite, you have to have a hat on underneath that. Otherwise, it
So
just
you
looks wrong.
still don't have to show your head.
Exactly.
Because it's an insult to show your head in England.
Right.
But it's also a compliment to doff your hat. So if I do this, I don't have to show my head and insult you all.
It all makes sense.
I really hope someone in the chat room really thinks I'm being serious.
I'm sure some do. All right.
Also, on the leaflet,
yes.
we will also be adding or advertising. I can't talk. A Takano video.
Oh, thank you.
Because we formed our little partnership.
Exactly.
And I think it's only fair that I put at the bottom, we've also partnered with a Takano video hosted by Brent Newhall, who appears on the show, blah, 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 blah.
And I've been thinking about that. I think what we should do, and I should probably break tape at some point.
Interested. I should lean in for this.
I would love to see a little like podcasters alliance of like anime and manga reviewers, where we all get together and talk about each other's work, because there's lots of good.
Like a round table?
Like a round table, but also like I would love to have different folks on this. I'd love to do reviews with other folks, to do just other stuff where we're all talking together, and so folks watching this know about Life in Times of Anime and other stuff going on, and we just sort of share the wealth, because gosh, it's kind of silly that we're all in these little silos, and we like other folks to know about it, but they don't. So let's kind of advertise each other. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that is actually the thing. The problem with anime is people that watch anime do like to stay in their little groups.
Yeah.
That's why. And if all these groups united, like they do with the podcast, it would work out. It would do very well. So that's actually a really good idea. So we should get on to that. There is actually a couple UK podcasts. Obviously, there's a lot of American podcasts, but the thing is, not to be rude, but none of them update as much as Life in Times of Anime anymore, because they don't seem to. Obviously, there's Otaku video, but that's technically a it's not a podcast anymore. It's more of a American thing.
And most of the and most of the podcasts, let's be honest, last for 3 episodes and then die.
Yes, that does happen.
So there's that whole, sort of filtering out of getting the folks who are actually, around and are trying to do stuff. So we'll have to see. I'll see what I can do to bring together some, I'll look around and start talking to folks. And I think that'd be nice. We'll see.
Yeah, there's the Anime News World podcast or Anime World podcast.
Anime World Order.
Anime World Order. There you go.
Yeah.
They're not regular, but they're more regular than most anime podcasts these days. The only one I'm really disappointed about, speaking of, a Podcasters Alliance, is Traction. If we could get Traction involved, it would be awesome. But the dude doesn't do it anymore. But the thing was, when I was first starting out with anime, I found Traction and used to watch it every 2 months or something when it came out. It was really sparse, which was disappointing.
Yeah. And
that's how I found my anime series. And it was really sad, but the good thing is, the guy knew what he was doing when he did his last episode. The last episode, he did the episodes normal, and then just said he's stopping it because it costs too much money, and then just walks out onto the balcony, places the camera on the balcony, and just you just have 5 minutes of watching the world go by.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, I really liked that. But yeah, we'll have to contact that guy just to see if we can get him again. Just be like, talk to us, please, validate my meaning.
I'm sure he's out there watching anime and having a good time.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But we will bring him back to the podcast.
Yes. We will form a new alliance and crush evil. We'll have to be the red team or something. We'll have to come up with some fun anime way of doing it. Yes, I'll be the red one, and I don't know.
Table.
There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's